Oftentimes, leaders and organizations, faith communities are using terms that they don't really know what they mean. Oftentimes, how we're trying to describe an environment at our companies or wherever it is that we lead, and we use a term like multicultural. Oftentimes, what happens is what we're really describing is that that environment is multicolored. Much of what people call multicultural is not. It's multicolored. So how do you know the difference between the two? Usually, in a multicolored environment, you can look over your organization or look over a team that you have, and you can see a lot of different types of people, right? There's lots of different kinds of colors and maybe genders or people from different come-froms, and they're all kind of, on this team or in this organization. However, when you look higher up in the organization, almost like the higher that you go in an organization or a group, it actually gets less and less colorful. It actually gets less and less diverse. And usually what happens is you kind of look at that and say, look at all the great different kinds of people that we have, but then everybody who's making decisions at the top are from one culture. That's what we would call multicolored, not multicultural. Why? Well, it's because you have a group of people and you say we have a lot of a large diversity of people here, but those people don't have any authority. Those people don't have any decision-making ability. And here's the reality is that a monocultural group of people cannot make appropriate decisions for even a multicolored body of people. They just can't. It would be like you coming up with a new group or a new coaching group or a new work team that was focused around the issues of women. And all of the people that you wanted on that lead team were men. Now, there's nothing wrong with the men, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But you can see that that decision-making group of people can't make appropriate decisions for the people that they're leading. And that's what happens in a multicolored environment. In a multicultural environment, it's different. Now, you still have lots of different kinds of people, come-froms, cultures, all kinds of people. And when you look all through the organization, particularly those that are making decisions, you see a diversity of people. You need to have a diverse leadership decision-making group of people in order to make appropriate decisions for a multicultural group of people. And that's how we need to know the difference between what are we using, what are the terms that we're using, multicultural or multicolored. Because here's what I can tell you, particularly if your organization has been historically monocultural, that as soon as you start using terms like multicultural, you have to understand that a diverse group of people now are bringing expectations with them as soon as you use that word. So make sure that when you're starting the journey, creating a more diverse life, creating a more diverse organization, that you want to make sure that you get your terms right. So what are we talking about here? That's what I always say. Whenever we want to start this is, what are we talking about here? Are we being multicultural? Are we being multicolored? Which one? Make sure you get your terms right.